Boys and girls, today I'm going to be teaching you how to create a PowerPoint presentation for your classmates with the research that you have done on the states that you have chosen to do the research on. Okay? First, you have to click Start. And then you will have to find Microsoft Office on your start, it's like options over here. You cannot see it on mine, but it will be an option like one of these on yours. And you will click it, okay? When you have clicked it, it will open up different options of Microsoft Word or Microsoft properties that you can have. And it is going to be a P or PowerPoint, okay? Word is if you did Microsoft Word, it'd be a W for Word, and it would be blue. If you find it orange P, you have found the right thing. That is PowerPoint. When you click it, it will come up to this, okay? This screen. When you get to this screen, you're going to click Blank Presentation. We don't want to do the rest of these kinds of presentations. We want to start fresh so you can put in your own creativity, okay? You guys get to choose what kinds you want. All right, when you have chosen blank, it will come up to this screen then. This is where you type in your state's name for the title. Now, when we are doing a title, what word has to be capital?
The first letter.
The first letter of every word, unless it is an important word, right? So, our state usually has either one word or two. They should both be capital, okay? My state was Kansas, so I'm going to make sure that it is capital, okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Then this says click to add subtitle. Your subtitle is going to be by with a colon and then your name. Okay? By must be capital. So we're going to do by, B-Y, and then a colon. How you make a colon is you have to click down and you have to hold this on your computer, okay? You will have to hold this down, the shift button, and then the colon button. Okay? And then I want you to put a space and then your name. And your name is obviously should be capital too, right? Okay, I put by Mrs. A for right now. Okay? All right, when you have gotten this then, your next choice or option is to make a design or choose a design that you want to go throughout your whole presentation. Okay? So what you do is you go up to, it's not really orange on your computer, but it's orange on mine. I click on Design on the top here, okay? And here are your design options, but there are more. If you click the down arrow, you can click any of these options. With your mouse that you guys have, usually if you go over the options, it will bring them up on your computer for you to be able to see it without you clicking on it, okay? Now, I have already looked at all these designs before, and I already know which one is my favorite. For Kansas that I want to do was the orange one. So I'm going to choose it, okay? I could choose this purple one, and it's going to look a little different, okay? Or this purple one would look a little different. Now look, my Kansas and Mrs. A is in a totally different spot, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm going to go back to the one I wanted. Okay. Now, I did show some kids how to highlight your title and to change the font size. I do not want you to change the font type, but you can change the font size by double-clicking 2 clicks with your mouse on top of your name of your state, okay? And then you go to the Home button. You have to get off of Design and go to Home, okay? And right here it tells me where your font type is. I'm not changing that, but right here is the size. The size that Kansas is, the word Kansas is right now is 54 for me. I'm going to change that. I'm going to go 72. You see how it made Kansas bigger?
Yeah.
Okay. I might even make it even bigger than that. Let's try 96. Oh, look. You want your title to be pretty big, okay? Because you want people to know, this is my title, okay? Then if I click on my subtitle, and I think if I click it 3 times, or I can just drag it out, I can change that too. Make my name a little bigger. Do I want my name to be as big as Kansas?
No.
No, I don't want it to be as big as Kansas, okay? I want it to be still smaller, but I want it to be a little bigger than what it is. So I might say 54, okay? Now I like my first title slide, okay? After I get my first title slide, I'm going to go to home. I'm actually going to stay at home, and I'm going to go to new slide right here on home, okay? And it has different types of slides you can choose from to add to your presentation, okay? I'm going to just go to the second one. Now my title is in a different spot, okay? And my text is going to be on the bottom here. My first title that I chose for mine was I chose the slide after my title to be Facts About Kansas. And they're unusual facts that a lot of people don't know. So instead of just saying facts about Kansas, I made up a little catchy thing that says, did you know? So I can grab my readers in, okay? My people who I am talking to. Did you, now I capitalize you because it's still an important word. No, and I capitalize no. And then to make a question mark, I have to hold down the shift button and find my question mark, okay? And then on here, in my text, I could add one of the facts that I found that was unusual. I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. I'm going to pause the video so I can write it real quickly and it's not taking up time. Okay, I went ahead and I typed. And when I began to type, it already gave me a bullet point to start with. And I typed, Dodge City is the windiest city in America. That was one of the facts that probably a lot of people didn't know.
I knew that.
And now I am at the end of the sentence. Okay? Now to write my next sentence, I'm going to click enter. And look, it's already started another bullet point for me. Okay? If I were to type in something else, and I'm just going to put some letters in there, you can see it already has the bullet point for me. Okay? And I could click enter again, and I could write some more. Okay? All right? Now you can change the font size if we wanted to make it bigger or smaller too. Okay? But at this point, I don't want to make it bigger or smaller yet. I do want to show you how to put in a picture as well, okay? There are a few ways that you can put a picture into your slide. If you go to Insert, you could go to Pictures, Online Pictures. We're not going to do screenshots and photo albums, okay? So if I went to Pictures, it's going to bring up my saved pictures that I have on my computer, okay? Now, I have previously saved Kansas pictures on here because I've done the Kansas PowerPoint before, okay? Now, let's say I saved the flag on there, okay? So, and I clicked on my flag, it brought it up. It's huge, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can bring it down, okay? Look. You can make it smaller, and you can then, once you've made it smaller, you can also move it somewhere in your PowerPoint that you would like it to be, okay? It doesn't have to stay there. So you can make it as big or small as you want, and you can move it wherever you want to in your slideshow. And I'm just going to put it down here for now because I want to show you another way to find pictures. Let's say I want to make a new slide. Go go insert, or not insert, home, new slide. And let's say I was going to start doing the state symbols. Okay? If I clicked on my title and I put state symbols in there. Okay, so I put state symbols in my title. And now I'm going to put the state flower, or I'm just going to write flower here. You'll know it's the state, my state flower. And I'm going to put a colon so that I can have that. Now Kansas state flower is what, everyone?
Sunflower.
Sunflower. Okay. Okay. Now let's say I want to get a picture of a sunflower. If I go to insert again, and I do online pictures, it's going to bring up a way to get pictures from your computer on the internet. Now if I click on this search, it's going to bring up different kinds of flowers. Do you see a sunflower already on there?
Yes.
Yes. So if I wanted to insert this flower, we want to make sure when we click on it, if it says it has a Creative Commons license, we can use it, okay? If it doesn't say that, we might have to look into seeing if we can use it, because we only want to use free and usable pictures for our slideshows. We don't want to use some that someone else has not given us rights to. That means they have not given us the permission to use them, okay? But it looks like this one has a Creative Commons license, so they gave us permission to use this picture. So if I click on it, it's going to put a check mark on there, and I can click Insert. It will bring up the picture for me. And once again, you can make it as big or small as you want. Okay? So you can insert those just using the internet. Alright? The other things I want to show you are at the end, when we have put all our information in. Okay, that's after we've inserted new slides, because you're going to put some information. I know I put the flower here. You're probably going to not just put flower on one slide. You're going to want to put more. Like if I had asked you the state animal, you'd write after the sunflower. You're going to click enter and probably write animal on there. And what's the state animal?
Buffalo.
Okay. So then we might want to put a picture of a buffalo also on our slideshow. Okay? So we can do that. And let's see, insert. You guys remind me how to do it. Insert.
Online pictures.
Okay. And then, in here you might have to type in buffalo. Okay. All right, here's some pictures. Now you could insert a real picture or one that is a little fake. I'm going to maybe this time click a real picture. It says Creative Commons license, so I can insert it. Okay, now that's way too big, right?
Yeah.
So we want to make it smaller again. Okay, we might have to make our sunflower smaller too. Now, look what happened. It's behind the buffalo. You can just move the buffalo picture or the sunflower picture. One of the two. Oop. There we go. Move the buffalo picture. And there's your sunflower picture. You might just move your sunflower where your sunflower is, and the buffalo can be where the buffalo is. We could always enter so this is farther down by the buffalo, okay? All right, now I want to show you how to, at the end when we have everything on there, how to do transitions. Transitions is when they bring to a new slide, I believe, or maybe it's bringing your information. Let's look. Yes, when you go to the next slide, okay? So you could wipe, and it just kind of goes away. You could split it. You could just reveal. Okay. Cut.